Hi again, everybody. Okay, in this video, we have another diagram of chapter 8. Okay, I know it's kind of messy, but I think it summarizes the most important events in chapter 8. So we have here Shylock, we have here Portia, we have here Antonio, of course, in the middle. We have Jessica, Lorenzo, and Shylock's fortune. Okay, and Bassanio and Gratiano. So let's start with Shylock and Antonio. Let's start with Shylock and Antonio. Shylock, of course, we knew that Shylock brought a knife with him, and he will go towards who? He will go towards Antonio to get his revenge or to get his pound of flesh. So he will move towards him to take his flesh, but Antonio is not afraid of Shylock. Okay, all right. What is Bassanio and Gratiano ready to do, or what? Oh, sorry, what do Bassanio and Gratiano ready to do? To do what? To do what for Antonio, to save Antonio's life? They are ready to give up their marriage to Portia and Nerissa. Can you imagine that? They have just got married with Portia and Nerissa, but they are ready to give up their marriage for their dear friend Antonio. What a friendship. Okay, uh, we have. What else do we have here? Okay, let's talk about Portia saves Antonio's life. But how? We will talk about a trick. Portia will trick Shylock. How will she trick Shylock? Okay, she will say to Shylock, okay, Shylock, you can take your pound of flesh, but in only one condition. And he said, what is that condition? She said, take the pound of flesh, but without spilling a single drop of Antonio's blood. And he thought that this is impossible. How would I take the pound of flesh without spilling a single drop of Antonio's blood? And this is how Portia saved Antonio's life, by tricking Shylock. How did she trick him? She tricked him by saying that she told Shylock to take the pound of flesh without spilling a single drop of Antonio's blood. And in this very point, Shylock became a criminal. Okay, how did he become a criminal, or why? Because he threatened the life of a Venetian citizen. Of course, he threatened the life of Antonio because he brought a knife and he wanted to kill him. He wanted to take a pound of flesh, right? So he threatened his life, and this is against the law. All right? So now Shylock is the criminal. So Shylock will lose all of his fortune. Why? Because he threatened Antonio's life. Okay. But at the end, Shylock, when he found himself in the middle of a criminal case, when he found himself in the possession of a criminal, he demands mercy after he had fallen in the possession of a criminal, but no one would listen to him. Why didn't anybody listen to Shylock? Because he didn't give mercy to Antonio in the first place. He didn't give mercy, so he shouldn't receive it. And this is what he said in the last chapter. So Shylock will have to forgive his daughter Jessica for running away and marrying Lorenzo. And after he dies, after Shylock dies, who will take the money? Who will take his money? Who will take his fortune? Jessica. So Jessica and Lorenzo will be Shylock's heiress. Heiress means to have the money after a person dies, after a relative dies, okay? And yeah, I guess this is all for this chapter. So Shylock will request mercy from Antonio, and by the end Antonio will accept to give him mercy, but in only one condition: to forgive Jessica and let her back home and to be his heiress. Alright? So that's all about chapter 8. Okay, Junior 6? Uh, I really hope that you would like it. Thank you so much.